Despite what I said this morning about trying to pick faults with things, I have already chosen what I was going to review, and I'm afraid it's a good one. Generation's Scourge. What you'll notice first is just how good the colours are. The blue is really strong, the white is minty fresh and not that weird tooth enamel colour that Hasbro sometimes use. Default grey is kept to a minimum and you can't really see it in the robot mode at all. Speaking of which, we have another stash former. I'm very keen on the look of this guy. I'm not so fussed by the jock-off great big Decepticon logo. I think it looks a bit daft, to be honest. But you could remove that if you wanted. In profile he's quite imposing, and I absolutely love the great big winged backpack. He does have that stupid not any light piping malarkey going on. They've piped it, but they've piped it kind of clear blue. Doesn't work, and I might actually paint over it. There is one thing that I have to say is a major annoyance, and this is really common with Reveal the Shield, and apparently United, and also now Generations, which is the plastic they're using has got some very low tolerance to stress. I got this guy out the packet, and already there's a big dirty stress mark down the side of that crotch plate. You won't be able to see it, but God, it's annoying. You shouldn't have problems with a figure right out the box, and you especially shouldn't have problems where it stresses out before you've even touched the damn thing. It's a shame. He's a good figure, but the plastic tolerances, they're just poor. His weapons are pretty nifty, I have to say. You can combine them together into this Target Master-esque looking gun, although sadly it doesn't turn into a robot. You can separate them, flip out the handle, and you've got dual wielding action, which is really rather cool. And even better, you can have a laser hat. A laser hat! The guns also neatly store in his wings. Yes, I like them, but they're still manifestly large parts of vehicle mode. It should also be mentioned that he's a bit of a short ass. Not that that's necessarily a problem in itself, but he does look kind of embarrassed next to the other Decepticons. Still, on the plus side, he's quite stocky for his height, so I think he looks okay. And at least he doesn't look quite as bad as poor old Grandad Galvatron. Well, that was involved. Seriously, I really do enjoy the classics' complex transformations. But what I enjoy slightly more is this phenomenally strange, but utterly brilliantly done, I guess, plane mode? Niggles first. Right. Hasbro are lazy. On the United version, and in common sense, there would be a blue stripe going all the way along the wing. But having it stop at a join there just emphasises that it is in fact a transformation joint. It's lazy, it's annoying. I'm not even going to go on about the little windows up here that haven't been painted in. Again, it's half tempting to do it myself, but I know I'll never get as good of paint finishes as what is on there already. The stupid Decepticon symbol makes another appearance. But what is very impressive, look at the profile. There's nothing under there. I mean, I thought Mind Wipe was good, but this guy's just taken first prize. 3 points of landing gear, no less. This back one I actually took a while to notice. It's quite well hidden, and I've seen a few reviews where people don't see it at all. Not surprising, it's very difficult to open the little hatchets on. On the back you get some really nice gunmetal detailing in the engines. And you see, I know that this is something from the show, but it's still really bloody stupid. So what's my overall opinion about this weird space batarang fortune cookie thing? Well, for what it is, beautifully detailed. Colours are lovely, engineering is spot on, just an absolutely brilliant, ingenious thing. Weapons storage is wonderful, the fact that you can combine them together or dual wield, you've got the options. It's superior to most of the other figures in this line, and the fact that this mode is so sleek and so clean, that's just brilliant, that's just spot on. You couldn't have done it better. Well done. But despite a perfectly great robot mode, with admittedly some slightly wonky legs, it's just those little touches, it's just the extra mile that wasn't taken. the extra time, the work that just should have been done. You know, they had time enough to paint his fingernails in, but for some reason they couldn't be asked doing the stripe. I mean, it's just weird, you know. I'm not going to be bothering getting the United version. It's shiny blue paint, just it doesn't do it for me, not at least for another 10 quid. So, as it stands, he is actually one of my favourites, but he's not without his faults. So while I don't consider this to be a clean-cut, out-and-out victory, simply because of the finish, not because of the design, I do want more of this. More of this kind of thing. Very much so. On an aside, there are clips on the top, and there are clips underneath. But there's not really that much in the way of the 3mm clip weapons that you can use there without them looking bloody stupid. Here's what I would like to see. You remember with, like, old toys how they used to bring out weapons packs? Like, you just buy, like, a blister pack of, like, I don't know, 6 or 10 guns or rocket packs or whatever. I want to see a whole boatload of 3mm clip weapons released on a blister card. It'll never happen, but I like the idea. I think Air Razor made a better head crest.